Hey, welcome in, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome in to another episode here of The Back Nine with myself, Mr. Gokster, and our special guest. Shout out to TJ on the left there. TJ is going to be breaking down the FedEx St. Jude Classic with myself here. We're going to go looking back at the Olympics from what we did last week a little bit, guys. Outrights, matchup bets, first-round leaders, you name it. You're here for the for the golf. We're going to give you all the golf we got, baby. Apparently, there's some big news that just came out. We're going to wait for that. TJ just dropped me in the pregame there, the pre-show, and said there's some big news. So we'll wait for that, guys. Don't try not to be a spoiler. But, yeah, unfortunately, we do have Mr. Koepka going forward. But anyways, guys, this Olympics that just finished, how about Alexander Schauffele? We gave him out, too. I didn't give him out, but I was preaching how good he's going to do. Just 12-1. I didn't pull the trigger. Yeah, he just looked so good. It was just kind of his time. Playing over there, he looked really comfortable, TJ. Went that -8 on round 2, so that just got him up to the top, and he never looked back, not unlike the Masters where he went in the water on 15, I think, or 16.
Yeah, he handled that pressure. We talked about it. Being a no-cut event, that's where Xander thrives. Neither of us played him. I had Decky right there, and I thought he'd come through on the last day, but he could not make a putt. I mean, he could have made it close there, but he couldn't make a putt. I had myself on the medal, and that overtime or that extra playoff for the bronze, I needed Morikawa to come through, and he didn't. But we turned profit still, barely, by having a good round 3 and 4. But I'll take it.
That was impressive from Morikawa round 4. What do you go 8 under, I believe, TJ?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, I know he had a stellar round. He kind of came up from out of nowhere. A lot of guys. Thomas had a really good round 4. Yeah, it was a really good fight there. We had Smith top 10. We hit a couple others there, guys. Sorry, there's just so much going on right now. Oh, a little frozen there. So much going on. Olympic coverage is last week. We're going to pretty much jump right into the FedEx St. Jude Invitational this week, guys. It's a WGC, so this is the best of the best. The cream of the crop comes to this one, guys. It's no joke. The back 9 here, guys, we're going to start getting into our outright bets to start. Outright here, I'm going to go on to number 1 here, Brooks Koepka, guys. I'm going to tell you why I do like him. I think Koepka's got a great shot to do well in this tournament. One, he's finally rested. Not so much rested, but he's got that knee. He had that knee issue. Everyone knows the surgery, and he's just been looking better and better. He's finally got the rest, and I just think he had the low, also 72-hole record, guys, was held by Koepka. He's had the best record at this course to date, so he knows how to win. I just think he wants to get prepared. This is the perfect opportunity. He's wants to add this one to the resume when it comes to Brooks Koepka. He only shows up for the big time events, guys. I don't see any reason, unless TJ gives me a really good reason why not to take him. I think Koepka could be right there. But TJ, take over, my friend.
All right, so this could be nothing, but it did just break about 20 minutes ago. I saw some stuff going around Twitter on it. He canceled his presser today, which, okay, sometimes they do that. Maybe not in itself a huge deal, but he also didn't show up for the Pro-Am, which he was scheduled to play as of yesterday. So they're saying it's probably his knee is the reason why he didn't show up, and he's getting extra rehab on it. So now it's Brooks Koepka. He does this to us. Like, I don't care about practice.
That's just selfish Brooks Koepka coming out, and I don't mind that. He wants to win this tournament. He's like, you know what? Screw the Pro-Am. I don't care about you the media and stuff. I want to win this tournament. I'm going to rest up. So I don't mind that. You're probably right. It could be with the knee. Just hopefully he didn't tweak it or something, because he's had a lot of rest. He hasn't played for like 2 weeks now. So I would have thought he had some rest.
I had Brooks all over my card, but I canceled those bets.
You think that's enough?
It's enough for me with the iffy. Not if I had an outright, I'd probably let it ride. But I had him in a few head-to-heads and a top 10, and to me, it's not worth the risk. Now, that being said, he's great here. He's been quoted as saying, why are you so good here? He says, I feel comfortable. First place, second place last 2 years. So I would have been all over him too. We look at the last 3 winners here, and they were 12-1, 11-1, 7-1. So, I mean, the top of the board wins this thing. So I see what's your take, just before we get further in, what's your take on the guys coming back from Tokyo?
I have one of my matchup bets, guys, is one of them is actually Brooks Koepka. I'm going against Alexander Schauffele. The winner here, I just don't think he's going to be able to perform Just not that he doesn't want to win, but coming off a gold medal performance, and Brooks Koepka being Brooks Koepka and wanting to win. Also, the personality of Koepka, like it doesn't bother me as much that he's canceled these things. This just sounds like something Koepka, selfish Koepka's coming out kind of thing. If this was, I don't know, maybe like a Matsuyama or a JT or something like that, then yeah, that's out of character. But something like Koepka and stuff,
certainly could be the case.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to still ride with them, guys. I still think Koepka can do it. I got a matchup bet with Koepka over Xander. As much as I wanted to think they're going to do well, these guys coming over from the Olympics, I have a hard time believing that, especially guys like Patrick Reed, who've been to Europe, to America, to Japan, back to Europe. A lot of these guys too haven't seen anything like an American course. A lot of them played in the Irish Open, the Scottish Open. This is a dogleg course, guys. There's a lot more water than what they've seen in the past. The greens are much smaller. These are tiny greens, so I think they're going to struggle. I'll definitely be leaning towards, all my matchups are almost fading guys who came over from the Olympics. So that's where I'm looking at it, TJ. What about yourself?
I feel the same way. I don't know what to make of it. I am also fading Xander, but I'm fading him with Morikawa. They're both coming back, so I consider that a bit of a wash. And I got it at -110, or I got Morikawa at +101. You give me Morikawa on a course that features approach shots, I'll take it anytime. And he played great on Sunday, and he finished 4th last week while losing 1.5 strokes on approach. The guy is like ride him in for 4 to 5 strokes gain on approach every tournament. So that's out of character for him. He'll get it back this week. And but I'm not playing anybody else that played in the Olympics last week. I don't know what that travel. I've heard both things. Some people say it's not a big deal. Others say, hey, it's really going to affect them come day 2 or 3. So
that's and just the way that the course looks too. This is a completely different course with the amount of water. Really, it's the water, in my opinion, and it's going to be Bermuda. A lot of guys like the one guy actually I'm looking to bet on would be JT here. He was never in contention, so yeah, he was never in contention. And this guy, he wants to win, so this guy's eager to just stay at the top of the leaderboard. He's one of the top golfers you're going to see going forward, guys. He's in a bit of a slouch, but I don't see why JT can't do well here. Looking at we're kind of skipping into the matchup bets, but that's fine. JT actually over Morikawa. That's one of the ones I played. I don't hate it. I just think JT shaping the ball, JT hitting a straight shot on straight fairways, I found was just not good for him. He was spraying the ball and everything. Give him a lot of dog legs, left, right. He can shape the ball. He's got an idea of where he's got to go with the shot. And I just think that's JT to a T. Like, he loves to shape the ball. The little low draw he's been working on too. Yeah. I just think in his approach is deadly. Smaller greens, coming back to Tennessee. He's from Kentucky. I like him to do quite well here. I didn't take him in any of the outrights here, guys, but when it comes to matchups, I have JT over Morikawa. That's at +115 too at Pinnacle. So
yeah. Well, I'll get to my first outright since you gave yours. I got Louis Oosthuizen. Louis Oosthuizen 22-1, guys. He is just he's playing some disgusting golf right now. He's finished sixth and 20th here last 2 years, but he's a much better form coming in this year. I got him 10th in my approach mix that I've made. He's 4th around the green. 450 to 500 yards, guys. He's 1st in this field in the last 6 months. So, just he ranks out 3rd in my model, and he didn't play last week. I have Morikawa and Hovland as 1-2, but they played last week, and I'm taking that into account. So I think Louis at 22-1 is a good value. I also have him at 150-1 to top 10, just as a little bit of a backup.
I was just going to ask you that, my friend. I was going to say, do you got him top 10? Because he's been so good at these majors, these WGCs, guys. Louis Oosthuizen, and I really like that play. I don't have him, but I'm not fading him in any matchups. I like that look from TJ. And like he said, they're 450 guys to 500. 7 of the 12 par 4s are going to be over 450. They're no joke. So guys that can take advantage of par 4s that are over 450 is something you're going to want to really look at. And Louis Oosthuizen is definitely one of them. Let me get into my next matchup, or my next outright here, guys. It's going to be old Burger Boy, Daniel Berger, from Florida here, guys. He hits just a right course for this guy. He shapes the ball really well, has a low ball flight, should be able to wrap him around these little bit. They're all dog legs. These par 4s, about 80% of them are dog legs. The par fives are short. He should be able to take advantage of those. He's got good approach. He just has a very solid game, guys. He's also won at this track twice, 2017, 2016, before it was a WGC. So he's won in cut fields. Now this is won in cut fields. Now this is a no cut field. So he's well rested as well. Daniel Berger, guys, he's in prime of his golf as well, in my opinion. One of the stats we were looking at on Monday's show as well was greens in regulation from 150 to 175. Berger topped that at 74%. That's what a lot of the second shots are going to be here, guys, around 150 to 175 for these guys. So look out for Berger. He was first. Second was Morikawa. Third, Connors. Fourth, Answer. Fifth, Thomas. So I think Daniel Berger's got a great shot here, guys. I also played him top 10. Same with Brooks Koepka. Brooks Koepka was plus 148 top 10. Daniel Berger's plus 197 top 10.
Right on. I echo that. I have Berger as my second guy on the card. So ding, ding, guys. You guys better get on that. What's up, Bernie?
I don't think we had one the same yet. So there you go.
Yeah, we didn't talk about these. We both landed on him. He's been asked, hey, why do you play so good here? And he said he feels comfortable. He grew up on these greens. He typically is not great around the green. So it's interesting that he's one of the best players on small greens. And I filtered my results for around the green play by Bermuda, and he actually goes way up. So it's what he grew up on, like you said. Some guys are just more comfortable. Like Koepka talks about, he doesn't like to play in Florida. Something about it. But
shorter greens, too, just not having to have those long putts. He probably, like a 10-foot kind of guy, 15-foot putts. And then when you those are my favorite kind of tracks. So if I can just be chipping off the greens, and then you can 1-putt, 2-putt max, and you only have 20 feet because the greens aren't that big here. The greens are really small, really narrow greens with a lot of water. So whenever you hear a guy really likes the track, they have to. And some guys here, I believe, they're slipping my mind. I have them written down, but they haven't played this track, and I think that's a big disadvantage, especially if you're coming over from the Olympics. Just the amount of water you're going to have to be aware of, the amount of bunkers. The greens aren't necessarily the toughest, but just getting used to where you have to play that second shot, not being behind trees, a lot of dog legs. Accuracy off the tee is going to be huge. So guys that are familiar is a key stat. I like that one, TJ.
Yeah, familiarity and put it in the fairway, get that second shot. Yeah, Bertie, we had just talked about that, man. You must have just came in right afterwards, but I think both of us are not playing anybody from Tokyo. Gokster might be fading a couple. I have a matchup with two guys from Tokyo, but they're against each other. So good question.
Yeah, Brady, I'm fading most of the guys. I just think the tracks they played over there are completely different from what it is here in America. These are all dog legs you're going to find. There was barely any dog legs in any of these links courses. They're pretty much straight, just open. Guys like JT, certain guys that can really shape the ball, that like to have kind of that dog leg look, they're going to take advantage of this. And just smaller greens is not a good thing for guys that's why I don't think Morikawa is going to do as well. Around the green, I think he's going to have a lot of around the green, and I just don't know how well he's going to do with the around the green. So anyways there, Birdie, yeah, I'm going to be fading most of them. Shout out to everyone in the chat. They're poker addicted. I'm just tuning in here. Razor, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, we got the stash rolling in pretty heavy. Doesn't take long, only about a week, and it's there. So shout out to the stash gang. I can see TJ's got the full grizzly beard.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
you'd fit in up here in Northern Ontario just fine. Anyways, let's get back to the outrights here, guys. My third outright is going to be Webb Simpson. I'm pretty high on Webb Simpson here. He's finished very well at this track, guys. T2 and T12, going back to 2019, 2012. He rates really high, too, in our approach from 150 to 175. He's 67%. Putting, he's gaining strokes putting this year. What else? He's also come off the rest, which I really like. He's a straight drive. He hits the ball pretty straight, really accurate. Second shot shouldn't be a problem. His putting, he's been gaining strokes. Webb Simpson at this track, too, guys. He's, like I said, played twice. He hasn't had a round that he shot in the 70s yet. He had all 8 rounds in the 60s. So you want to talk about a guy that likes this course? Webb Simpson really likes this track. So I like Webb Simpson here, guys, to possibly win this one. I think he's got a great chance. 33-1, I pulled the trigger. I also have him top 10 and top 20. Top 10's plus 275. And top 20, I think this is money in the bank. I got 2 units on this. That's at plus 110 at bet 365. I also have Webb Simpson in a matchup bet, guys, over Patrick Reed. Just the amount of travel that Reed's had and the rest that Simpson's had and the track familiarity he's had with this. I like Simpson. Looking at Reed, he was – where do we got Reed? He was T47 last year and then T12 in 2019. I'm expecting more of the T47 with the amount of travel. And I just don't like him off the tee. I could see him having to scramble a lot. Look for Simpson to have a great tournament here. What do you think, TJ?
No, I like Simpson. I'm going with Cantlay for my third guy. I got 3 guys in the 20s. I don't love that, but it's a smaller card for me. Cantlay 25-1. You know, he missed the cut at the Open, but I'm going to give him a pass on that since it's overseas. Before that, it was 13th, 15th, 1st, and 23rd. So he's striping the ball. He plays well on small greens. He's one of my higher ranked guys that did not go overseas last week. So I will take a shot with him. I also have him in a matchup that I love. I don't want to name drop, but I do know a guy named Lucas Glover. And I talked to his buddy. I didn't get to talk to him, but he went out with Bryson the other day, and Bryson has lost 8 to 10 pounds. He hasn't had a lot of practice, and he says, I don't know what to expect this week. So let's hot off some inside information, guys. Cantlay, I got him at -128 over Bryson, and I'm going big on it. Fade away. And there's so much water here. You got to be accurate. Bryson's going to plunk it all around. I think he's played here once. And what do I have him finishing?
I got it here too.
Twice, 30th and 48th.
Yeah. And then he missed, and also going back to 2017 when it was a cut event, he missed the cut in 2017 as well. So there you go.
I don't think he'd be here if it wasn't a WGC.
Yeah, so, exactly. You know what? I had that written down too, guys, with Cantlay. I didn't pull the trigger. I'm kind of kicking myself now. I might go back to it. But one of my first round leaders here, or not first round leaders, sorry, first round matchup bets going off tomorrow. This was that Pinnacle guy, or sorry, Bodog. DJ over DeChambeau first round, -130. DJ over DeChambeau. I went pretty heavy on that, guys. 2 units. It's -130. This should probably be -175 in my opinion. DJ's finished very well at this track too. He won it in 2018. Where do I got DJ? He was T20 in 2019, and then he was T12 last year. So he really likes this track. He didn't play as well. He likes to stay over here in America where he's familiar with the track. Stay with Paulina. You know, it's a good life for him. I think he's going to be ready.
Yeah, you talk about Maxwell's comment there and Paulina. I think DJ's got that down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Maxwell would appreciate that one. But DJ should kick his ass here. I think DeChambeau, just like he said too, inside information from Glover's friend, lost 10 pounds. Fade this guy. He needs to have more protein shakes. He ain't ready for golf yet. Sure. I like that one. There any more matchup bets or outrights?
I'm throwing in one longer shot now. This is just play money, guys. Brian Harman, 60-1. It's not play money; it's real money, but you know it's not a big bet. 60-1. The dude is just a top 10, top 20 machine, and I don't know how because he's like 5'1".
He's a lefty. That's why. That's
why he's a lefty, and so you got to love the lefty swing. He hits fairways. He hits fairways. He hits greens. He's got a great putting and great short game. I can't count him out. I actually really like him to top 20, top 10 also. But 60-1, I think for Harman in a small field, he's always up there.
No, I don't mind that at all. If you look at this course, if you could just drop your ball with your drive, it's all about just getting placed for that second shot, guys. And then really, it's not that tough. You know, you got water, but the only time the water is going to come into play is when you have to scramble and you can't. You know, you're going to miss the green. You got water to the right or the left. So I really like that play. And going back to Cantlay, he's one of my favorite players when it comes to second shots and just hitting distances. You really have to hit these distances with your second shot. Small greens, you better hit a 160 with an 8-iron or a pitching wedge, whatever they use, or else you're going to be in deep shit here with the water in the bunkers. So Cantlay is really good at that. Fading DeChambeau in the full 72 holes. I like that one a lot.
Cantlay. The only thing that drives me crazy about Cantlay is how long he takes to hit the ball. But he's getting a little faster.
Oh yeah,
he likes to have a hot mic around him though, because he's not good for national TV.
Yeah, he's like stepping into the ground like he's trying to dig himself in there, and then he sticks his tongue out there like he's trying to catch flies after. I don't know if you noticed that. He's
Oh yeah.
Anyways, let's get back to the golf here, guys. We got number 4 here, Matthew Fitzpatrick. Here's another guy I think's got a great shot. He's also 33-1. Look out for Matthew Fitzpatrick. Another guy, he's played 2 rounds here, and he was, where we got Fitzpatrick here? Bit of a brain fart. T4 in 2019 and T6 in 2020. damn, this guy loves the track. He's had one round in the 70s. All the other ones are in the 60s, 7 out of the 8 in the 60s. So this is another guy just like Webb Simpson. He loves this track. I think he's going to do really well. I took him again, top 10 at plus 260. I think that's a steal. That's a great number. And I also took him 2 units on the top 20 at plus 100. Matthew Fitzpatrick, another guy that's rested. He's also got distance too. If he can get some of his distance with his driver and keep it straight, look out for this guy. Get it. He's got a pretty hot putter. He's a really good putter actually too. So Matthew Fitzpatrick, he checks off a lot of the boxes for this tournament. I think he's going to do really well. And I also have him in a matchup. I'm fading Harris English, guys. Harris English did do well. If we're looking back to 2017, he was T10, but he missed the cut in 2018. And he didn't play in 2019 or 2020. So I don't think a guy like that, not being familiar with the course, it's a WGC as well. It's going to be a tougher field. Look for Fitzpatrick to wipe English in a 72-hole matchup, in my opinion. Minus 115. You can get that at Pinnacle. That's another one I like there.
Nice. I really like that Fitzpatrick look. I think I might add him top 20. I mean, I got him as the best putter on Bermuda in the last year. I got him 3rd off the tee and 6th on accuracy. Off the tee. So he's going to put it there. He's 15th in no-cut events, 7th, 450 to 500. Checks all the boxes. I rarely play 3 balls, guys, because I hate dead heat payouts. But I have him in a full tournament 3 ball. I have him over Adam Scott and Phil Mickelson
I love that.
at plus 130. I mean, I would take that at even money. So give it to me.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's 3 guys, if you had to give me 3 guys you guys want from me here, I'd give out Brooks Koepka, in my opinion, Webb Simpson, and Fitzpatrick. I think those 3 guys have a really good shot at winning this. Top 10, top 20. Should look really good. Got him in the matchups as well. Yeah, let's keep her rocking here, fellas. Number 5 is going to be Tyrell Hatton. This is a bit of a long shot. It's 50 to 1. He should be in tiny print there. I don't know, do a big sprint for Hatton. The guy's got a bit of a temper. If you want to watch the guy that freaks out on a golf course, go watch Tyrell Hatton. He's got, the thing is though, when it's just his putting. He's pretty damn straight off the tee. He's got a really good approach. He's kind of like Cantlay. He can really dial his irons to a tee. Like he gets pissed off if it's not pretty much in the hole, that guy. So if his temperament could stay down, 50 to 1, this guy could very well be there. He doesn't exactly have the greatest track record. I think he was T42 last year or 2019. So some work to do, but I took him top 20 as well, guys. Not top 10, but I think Hatton 50 to 1 or even top 20. I think he can get there. I had him between him and Connors, and I decided to go with Hatton. I just don't like Connors traveling over from the Olympics. So,
man, you guys, this Canadian boy Connors let me down, eh?
Man, 14th. Jeez.
Yeah. So that's it for my outrights, guys. I'm going light only with the 4: Cantlay, Oosthuizen, Berger, and Harman. I have Harman, Oosthuizen, and Berger top 10s, and I took Koepka off the card. So the only match, you want to move to matchups or?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's pretty. You guys see my top 5 there, my 5-pack. I already drank a beer because we were just thirsty, so we got 5 instead of 6 this week. But yeah, let's do some matchups. You got any more matchups for the guys here?
Yeah, I already talked about Morikawa over Xander, Cantlay over Bryson Big, and I went with Scheffler over Webb, which you have Webb to win. So maybe we won't talk about that one too much. But Scotty Scheffler. His last 5 events, 8th, 47th, 7th, 3rd, 8th. He's just been a top 10 machine. He's 6th in no-cut events. He's 5th from 450 to 500, and I just have him ranked above Webb. I don't hate the Webb outright. He was T15, I think, too, in this tournament. Yeah, T15 in 2020. So yeah, so played here. He can make birdies. His only little bit of an issue is accuracy off the tee. So if he can hit some fairways, I think I like that matchup. Yeah, and the rough isn't that bad. It's just getting hooked around the trees. Like I was taking a look at the course, and if they get in the rough's not that bad. The Bermuda rough isn't exactly, it's not like up here in northern Ontario or north the States. It's a lighter rough, the Bermuda rough. It's not as thick at the bottom, right? Like they can get that club through it a lot easier. It's a fluffier grass. You can get the club through it. Yeah. Instead of taking distance off, it sometimes affects the left and right spray a little bit. But I think that's a good pick. I'll jump into my top 20s that I didn't give out that aren't my outrights, guys. Top 20, Sungjae Im. My boy Sungjae, man, he put in a valid effort to not have to do that military.
status. He went 8 under, guys, on I believe it was Saturday. Just went absolutely nuts, and was right there with actually Morikawa and Sabatini. He just wasn't able to go 8 under again, but he's playing great golf. He pretty much figured it out on Saturday. If he's hitting it straight off the tee, I'm telling you, he had some of the best second shots I've seen to date, and his putter just caught fire. So if he does the same thing, guys, T20 on Sungjae Im, I don't think he can win, but T20 plus 181, that's one of the few guys I'm taking that's coming over from the Olympics here. Sungjae Im plus 181 at Pinnacle, top 20. I don't see why he can't get in there. A couple more I have here, guys, is Kevin Kisner. We're talking about him on Monday's show. Kisner just fares really well at the tracks we like to look at, as in the RSM. That's the closest comparison I found to this course in the RSM. And at the RSM, he was second place, T7 and T4. So he really likes this track. And looking at some of my other stats here, Kisner, his putting is some of the best putting too on Bermuda. So I think he's going to do very, very well here, guys. Kisner checks off all the boxes. I actually do I have him in a what's that? Sorry,
guy that grew up on that grass. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he's not exactly the deepest off the tee, but he's really accurate. Like he can shape the ball pretty well from what I know. But it's just second shots for him. As long as he's got those second shots down, Kevin Kisner top 20, guys. I got that at plus 260, bet 365. And then my last one, I actually threw 2 units on. I don't hate that Scotty Scheffler pick. I like it enough to put Canadian money on it, top 20. We're rocking Scotty Scheffler, baby. I think he can get this top 20. Like you said, all the stats before, T15 last year. Scotty Scheffler should be right in the mix, guys. So I got 8 top 20s. We'll recap them all in just a second.
I got 2 more. I got 2 more of my own. I got Max Homa at plus 275 and Stuart Sink at plus 300. Those are ties paid in full. Both of those guys, I like their recent form. They just need one little thing to click, and I think a top 20 is pretty safe. So,
yeah, that's like Homa. I don't know. I got a little thing against. I don't know if I don't what it is. I don't like Homa. I don't know if he just looks like he's like a slouch guy out there. He's always his shoulders are slouched. Like he just kind of walks around like he's just like la di da di da. Like,
have you listened to his podcast?
No, I haven't.
All right, listen to one podcast. I'm not affiliated, but there's a plug. Look it up, and you might like him because he's pretty chill.
Okay, when he's on the course, though, man, he just looks like he looks like I shouldn't be chirping him this hard on live on the air here, but he looks like a toddler out there. Like I have a hard time just like rooting for him. I just feel like he's just gonna fall apart at any time, or something's gonna go wrong, and he's just gonna slump his shoulders and just kind of drag the putter behind him. So. Yeah, nothing against him, but he's right. TJ, you're right. Like he's a good golfer. If just get that putter down, or get the driver down. Similar to Stuart Sink. I think Stuart Sink's got a great shot. He checks off some boxes. I didn't play him, but nothing against Stuart Sink here. Do I have any more matchup bets? One more matchup bet, guys, I had before we end the show is Abraham Ancer over Corey Connors. Ancer was T15 at this track last year, and he's also nailing his greens in regulation from 150 to 175. He was 4th place. Connors is good too, guys, but he can't putt. Ancer's a much better putter, much better around the greens. You give me that at minus 107, Abraham Ancer over Corey Connors, 72-hole matchup bet. Take that one to the bank. I think that's a really good look there. I'm having a hard time believing in Connors. Yeah, he looked good over in Japan, but it's coming back over to America with the amount of water. He is very straight. He's a great ball striker and all, but I just think this is a great spot for Ancer. I'm not going to think twice about it. Minus 107, guys, pull the trigger.
Yeah, I don't want Connors if greens are small because you can be accurate all you want. You get in that rough next to the green, Connors is one of the last guys you want. Big greens, Connors all day.
And as a number one Abe Ancer's fan supporter here, guys, I've watched a lot of clips, and he says the thing he loves the best is small greens, just like the Harbor Town. He loves the small greens Ancer. He's really good at just dialing in, hitting those small greens. He grew up with those down in Mexico and around Texas, where he was raised and grew up and raised down there. So, yeah, I'm going to quit stuttering my words and let TJ close out the show here with his outright picks and his matchups. What do you got, brother?
All right, guys. Again, outrights: Cantlay, Oosthuizen, Berger, Harman. I would say my best bet, if you're going to throw some money down on one bet, Cantlay over Bryson. It's a little juicy, minus 128. Shop around, but fade Bryson and enjoy watching.
I endorse those picks, absolutely. And I'll go over my picks here quickly, guys. We got 5 outrights. Number 1, Brooks Koepka. I just still think he's going to have a good performance here, 12-1. Daniel Berger 22-1, Webb Simpson 33-1, Fitzpatrick 33-1, Hatton 50-1, Koepka, Berger, Simpson, Fitzpatrick all top 10s. Simpson, Fitzpatrick, Hatton top 10, along with M, Kisner, and Scheffler. So that's 6. We'll tweet out all of our action there, guys. I have my handle there. So does TJ. 72-hole matchup bets: Koepka over Xander, DJ over Morikawa, Fitzpatrick over English, Simpson over Reed, Answer over Connors, and JT over Morikawa. I also have 2 first-round matchup bets for you guys. We're going with Answer over Connors again. I think he gets off to a nice start. -110. You can see that at Bodog or Bovada, wherever you are in Canada or America. Answer over Connors. And the other one we were talking about, DJ, -130, 2 units on that over DeChambeau. Let's fade that skinny DeChambeau now. He needs a lot more protein, energy shakes, whatever it is he does. Sketchy DeChambeau, I don't think he's going to do well here. So
I also got Hovland over Rory round 1. So,
Hovland over Rory.
And I'm going to add your Answer over Connors because I like it. Hey, leave a comment below of who you think is going to win, and I'll send you something if you get it right.
There we go. Look at that. TJ's giving out giveaways there, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Like you said, shoot some comments down below. We're going to be back again Friday to break down pretty much what we think of this tournament, what it's been like so far. If there's any guys we're going to bet outright, any matchup bets going forward, you name it, guys. Let's talk some more golf Friday, same time. Or actually, we're going to do this one at 9 p.m. Eastern time, guys. So we have the second round complete, and we can kind of look at what the field's going to look like going forward with rounds 3 and 4. So you can get home after work, grab a beer, whatever it is, munchies, get the kids to sleep, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We'll be back again, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And, yeah,
guys.
Take care.
Good luck.
Cheers.